Hi guys, Editing Catherine here. I just wanted to hop on and say I guess this is also going to be my intro because I didn't have time to film an intro for this makeup video because I had to go to work because I was making that video for my makeup for work that day. I know it's not the best tutorial, but you know, I did my best. Let's just pretend I'm a budding makeup YouTuber from 2008 and call it good if we can. That would be like really awesome. But hopefully you're able to just sit through the video and actually kind of enjoy it a little bit. I promise it'll get better. I just really wanted to get a video up this week since I've been so kind of sporadic with my uploads lately, but I guess let me know what you think in the comments if you make it through the video or if you can't make it through the video. Just, I don't know. Try to be nice to me though. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
So I'm jumping right into the eye look. I'm priming with a little bit of concealer. This one happens to be Shape Tape. And I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty sponge before I go in with the shadows. I am taking Bahamas from the Anastasia Riviera palette on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm applying it to the outer third and into the crease, and I'm taking it a little high up into the crease because I'm going to deepen that with a different color after this. So I'm just patting it on to get the color on, and then I will blend it out a little bit with circular and or windshield wiper motions. I use a little bit of both, honestly. And now I'm going in with Canes, I believe that's how it's pronounced, the dark purple in the same palette, and applying it just a little further in on that outer third and lower into the crease than I did Bahamas. And again, once I pat in the pigment, I'm going to use circular and windshield wiper motions to blend those two colors into one another. And I'm just going to slowly build up that purple little by little to make sure there's no patchiness. And I'm just touching up Bahamas a little bit more because I want that pink to really pop. Next, I'm taking Palermo, which is a shimmery pink, and applying it almost all over the lid. I'm trying to keep it off of that outer third, but just pressing that pigment on there to get it nice and concentrated. And then I'm going to wet a flat eyeshadow brush with some Fix Plus, pick up Palermo again, and just pat it on to help it be as shiny as it can be. And I'm just going to blend out those edges one last time. I'm going to take a little bit of Inheritance on a small wet brush just on that inner corner. I'll touch it up again later after I do the rest of my foundation and concealer, but I just wanted to get that color started. And then blending the very top of that into the rest of the look. Going to wipe away the fallout with a wet towel and reapply my eye cream so that my under eyes don't get dry today. Then I'm priming with the Jelly Grip Primer by Dermablend. Next, I like to use a dark circle color corrector under my eyes. This one's by Catrice. They specifically state that it is a dark circle color correcting. It's really just a yellow color corrector, which is pretty universal. And then I'm applying my foundation. This one is Even Better with an SPF of 15 by Clinique. It has vitamin C in it. I'm just blending that in with a beauty sponge. Once the foundation is blended, I blend in the color corrector and I go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and while that dries, I like to draw on my brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. So you'll see I go underneath, I draw a pretty decent line and then fill in some hair-like strokes on the very inner portion of my brows, and I diffuse that harsh line with the spoolie, and then I do the same along the top. And now that the concealer is dried down a bit, I will blend that in, and then I go in with my Shape Tape just to give a little bit of brightness, basically to highlight the areas that I want to bring light onto the face. And I just blend that out as each section dries, so the less product there was, the sooner I have to blend it, just so that it doesn't start to get cakey. So I was going to use the rest of the Becca Aqua or Hydra powder, whatever it is. It has water in it, but I guess I had already used it, so I really didn't have much. So I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution loose baking powder to set just under the eyes, and I do like to bake under the eyes just so that my concealer doesn't crease, but I don't like to put this all over the face just because I have dry skin. So after that, I'm going to create a little bit of a winged eyeliner with my concealer, and I'm just going to carve out that eyeliner shape and then set the concealer with a little bit of Inheritance out of the same eyeshadow palette. And you'll get to see me try this on both eyes, and you'll probably notice that the liner looks a little different on each eye, but it's okay because we're gonna wear lashes, so it's really not gonna matter too much, but it'll still look nice. Now that that's done, I'm going to sweep away the rest of that baking powder and take a little bit of Bahamas right on that lower lash line and Cane's just on that outer, about half of the lower lash line, just to pull the entire look together. I'm going to bronze the perimeter of my face. This is NYX powder bronzer, and I just kind of almost bronzer with it. I just kind of dust around the areas that I want to make sure I have shape. This is a cream blush by Stila, so I'm just going to pat that onto my cheeks and pull it a little bit back into that bronzer with a damp sponge. And I'm putting a little bit on my lips because they were feeling dry. Next, I'm going in with a Becca liquid highlighter. I believe the shade is Champagne Pop. I just really like a dewy highlighter, and this one stays kind of wet throughout the day so I don't dry out. I'm going to take a white eye crayon by NYX in the waterline, and then a black eyeliner also by NYX on the tight line, and I always sharpen them right afterwards so that they don't get nasty with bacteria. I'm going to set, I have 3 setting sprays because I'm trying to finish off my Ofra setting spray. The all-nighter locks everything in, and then again, dry skin, so I like to finish off with Fix Plus, and then just making sure that I'm also very lightly highlighting the brow bone with Inheritance, just enough to give it a little bit of a shine, but not so much to have the gold be super prominent. I'm going to take a little bit of clear brow gel. This one happens to be by Anastasia, and it's almost gone. I like how it feels to have my brows held in place. Then a black liquid eyeliner. This one is by Tarte. It's the, I believe, Man-Eater liquid. And I'm going very thinly along the top lash line and creating a really small wing along that outer edge of the gold eyeliner we put in earlier. I'm going to prep my false lashes. These ones are by Kiss. I don't know the style. I just know I buy it in a 5-pack. And this way my glue can start to dry while I finish everything else up. So I'm lining my lips with a MAC lip pencil. Again, I don't remember the name. I think I've rubbed it off at this point, and I haven't even had it that long. But I line my lips pretty much on the lip line. I don't like to overline too much. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use a matte lip crayon by Ulta and top it with a liquid lipstick by Anastasia. This one I believe is in the shade Naked, but it's just a little too light for me to wear on its own, so I like to mix it with a slightly darker lipstick to give me a really good nude. The mascara I'm using is called the Damn Girl by Too Faced. I actually really like this mascara. I didn't think I would, though I'm sure maybe you saw, but I got a little dot of it on my, by my nose right there. So we're gonna get that off with a spoolie later. But I do go top and bottom lashes, even if I'm wearing falsies. So I'm gonna apply those really quickly. Watch me struggle with that for a hot minute. It's always a lot of fun. Sometimes lashes just don't agree with my eye shape. Now that the lashes are done, I'm gonna top off my lipstick with this gloss. This one's by Pure. It's just kind of like a clear, shining gloss. And then I'm gonna scrape that little mascara off, and we are done.